Today I want to talk about developing resilience and relentlessness, the Jungian and Stoic way, and the only way I know to create infinite good fortune, good luck, or whatever you want to call it. Quick disclaimer. In this video, when I use the word luck, I mean the Merriam-Webster definition of luck, which is a force that brings good fortune or adversity. This force, I believe, is attracted or cultivated through thoughts, words, and actions, the same as the spirit of resilience and relentlessness. Now, to develop luck and resilience, you need a life philosophy that goes beyond a simple scientific or materialistic understanding of things, as helpful as that can be. People like Carl Jung, Joseph Campbell, Jordan Peterson, Jonathan Pageu, and others like them help a lot in this because they've helped unearth the patterns beyond science. Their more teleological search for meaning, purpose, patterns, archetypes, and symbols in life seems, to me at least, to reduce the pain of suffering in life and to help us find the beauty in even the darkest, ugliest things. And better still, it leads to at least some level of individuation. Compared to viewing life in the modern way, through only the lens of science, evolutionary biology, mechanist causality, etc., seeing things through the lens of ancient cosmology, archetypes, teleology, and even alchemy from a Jungian perspective gives us a deeper, more meaningful understanding of the universe, the world, and the people around us, and even ourselves. It helps us avoid the dreary trap of nihilism, which sucks the life and meaning out of what should be a fascinating and awe-inspiring world packed with infinite layers of beauty, meaning, and purpose. It gives us a more symbolic or even spiritual understanding of the world that can actually coexist with hard science, by the way, and a materialistic understanding of things. In other words, you have the best of both worlds. It helps us enjoy the pragmatic benefits of spirituality and religion without sacrificing rational thought. And finally, it leads to some level of individuation, makes you tougher, more resilient, and even results in endless good luck, as you'll soon see. The most powerful concepts I've gained from this type of thinking, both directly and indirectly, are as follows. 1. Everything in life has a purpose and has many layers of meaning. 2. Everything that happens to me is an opportunity. Successfully believing this creates resilience. And 3. Everything that happens to me is a form of good luck or good fortune. A blessing, or the Hebrew word for blessing, Baroque, which means to increase. Successfully believing this creates an infinite stream of good luck or good fortune. Baroque. This definition of the word helps me a lot because it gives me another way to say that last point there. Everything that happens to me is an increase of something good. So immediately, of course, when I tell people this, they understandably want to test that with something like, well, what if you lose everything you have in, say, a natural disaster? Your business, your wife, your house, your family, your kids, everything. How can this be a blessing or an increase or an opportunity? Or what if you just die? That last question is the only one that may not hold up depending on what actually happens after death. Regardless though, if there's nothing and I am nothing after death, I suppose I wouldn't really care about that point, would I? Anyway, I'll cover my answer to that question very soon, but first, some background rooted in Stoicism. One of the strangest but vital ideas Nietzsche championed was a concept he called a Morphati, translated from Latin as a love of one's fate, or as we might put it, a resolute, enthusiastic acceptance of everything that has happened in one's life. About this, he said, I still live, I still think. I must still live, for I must still think. Sum ergo cogito, cogito ergo sum. Today, everyone takes the liberty of expressing his wish and his favorite thought. Well, I also mean to tell you what I have wished for myself today. What thought first crossed my mind this year. A thought which ought to be the basis, the pledge, and the sweetening of all my future life. I want more and more to perceive the necessary characters in things as the beautiful. I shall thus be one of those who beautify things. Morphati, let that henceforth be my love. I do not want to wage war with the ugly. I do not want to accuse. I do not want even to accuse the accusers. Looking aside, let that be my sole negation. And all in all, to sum up, I wish to be at any time hereafter only a yes-sayer. He understood that he could take the things that appear to be dark, unfortunate, ugly, and see them from another angle, through the lens, let's say, of love and beauty, for example. And it's not that he was lying to himself, by the way. There's a beauty in pretty much everything if you're strong enough or perceptive enough to see it. It's very similar to the Japanese word Wabi Sabi, which is the view or thought of finding beauty in every aspect of imperfection in nature. It's about the aesthetic of things in existence that are imperfect or impermanent or even incomplete. Kansugi is the Japanese art of putting broken pottery pieces back together with gold, built on the idea that in embracing flaws and imperfections, you can create an even stronger, more beautiful piece of art. Kansugi acts out, in a sense, the process of healing, showing how we're actually better, stronger, and more beautiful with our golden cracks. The breathtaking Persian art of, and I'm going to butcher this, I apologize, Aina Kari is very similar. It's a form of interior decoration where Iranian artists assemble finely cut mirrors together in geometric, calligraphic, and floral plant-like patterns that seems to have blossomed from the creative reuse of shattered fragments of mirrors, which was likely influenced by the Sufi philosophy of the symbolism of broken objects and reflected light. It helps to see whatever situation you're in as a blend of order and chaos. Sometimes there's too much order, quote unquote too much, and the shadow archetype of the tyrannical father emerges. Sometimes there's too much chaos, and Tiamat, Jormungandr, the Leviathan, the god of chaos, rears her ugly head. To avoid those shadow archetypes, you want a balance of the two. But even in imbalance, there's the beauty of great opportunity. So let's go back to that question. What if you lose everything you have? Your business, your wife, your family, etc. How can this be a blessing, or an increase, or an opportunity? In the same way that the broken bowl is more beautiful and resilient and better overall than the original bowl, or that the mirror fragments can be rearranged into a more beautiful expression of art, your broken life can be an opportunity of blessing and of increase. This is part of the meaning packed into the verse, and we know that God works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. In other words, for the person who is aligned with this archetype of archetypes, that which represents the highest good and state of being, every life event will cause or eventually turn into something good. This is why Marcus Aurelius wrote this in Meditations. The blazing fire makes flames and brightness out of everything thrown into it. Meaning, you and I, our minds can be like that blazing fire. The mind can reveal the brightness, that is, the good and beauty and blessing in everything thrown into it. When too much order or too much chaos shatters a part of your life, or even the entirety of your life, that's an opportunity to take the fragments, rearrange them, and glue them back together with the gold of resilience or faith or hope or love for yourself and others. That's why even life-shattering loss can be, with the right perspective, and is a beautiful blessing and opportunity for increase. And once you believe that, you get iron resilience as a result, and endless good luck, because now, A, everything that happens to you is good, and B, resilience and relentlessness always end up bringing good fortune into your life. Like the proverb says, there's profit in all eseb, which is pain or harsh work. but mere talk leads only to poverty. There is profit in all hard work. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.